What's up everyone, it's your boy X-Man87 here bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the 80 years of Marvel Legends Thor action figure review. And before I get into everything, if you could please leave a like rating on the video, it'll show your support for my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, Hasbro got this Thor right. Oh man. So let's take a look at his accessories first, and then we'll take a closer look at Thor. Whosoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. Man, I love this so much. I love how the letters and the words here are engraved on Mjolnir. This is probably the best Mjolnir they ever made, detail-wise. It is on the short side. I like how the straps are sculpted on the handle. That's really cool. You got the strap that he usually tucks on his belt, but there's no spot for that on the figure. Man, I really dig this hammer. It is freaking awesome. I love the small details here. Definitely like the cracks going all around. And here's the top of the hammer. Looking at it, it's really cool, man. They put some nice detail. I like that black shading around the top right there. That's pretty cool. Looking at the bottom, you get that black trim around there. That's pretty cool. So he does have a holding hand for Mjolnir, and just, you know, put it in his hand, and the wrist hinges up and down, which I like a lot. This is perfect for wielding Mjolnir. Also, he comes with one left-fisted hand, and he comes with one left open hand, which looks really good. One thing to note is when swapping hands, just be careful, because this piece right here does slip out, so just keep that in mind when you're swapping hands so it doesn't fall off on you. Taking a closer look at Thor. Oh, this is a thing of beauty, I tell you. It's an all-new sculpt pretty much for the most part, except his arms. So the arms have been seen previously on the Hercules figure, which I think is perfect for Thor. They're not overly big. A lot of Thors in the past were, you know, just bicep swivel or the elbow swivel part, but this, you get range out of this Thor. Freaking love it. I love it. You can do so much more posing with this Thor, and this is like hands down one of my favorite figures this year. Definitely in my Marvel Legends top 10. I am extremely high on this figure, and what they can do in a $24.99 price point. If they can give us all new scopes like this, I'm totally down for that $5 price hike. If so, if they can give us great quality figures like this, I'll totally be happy. But yeah, just looking at the sculpt here, I really love this classic design choice. You can see some of the texture on the body right there. You see that seam going down the middle, and on the costume, the black part, you see like these little almost wrinkles, these textures that kind of represent like a leather material. I just think that adds so much realism to this. I really dig it. The round plates right here are painted nicely for the most part. I got a little paint bleed right there, and then some scuffage there. I'll probably get like a silver marker and just mark that out, so shouldn't be a problem. Really like the belt. I like that Thor logo. Got the T there, and I guess wings, whatever they are around that. But yeah, it looks super good. Inspect your figures, especially if you run into them in the store. I've seen these with a lot of black bleeding over the belt. You can see mine right there, just a little bit. But yeah, all new sculpt, man. This is really nice. The trunks, again, get that texture there. I really dig that. You got on the trunks right here leading towards his legs, and his, man, look at those gams, man. Them things are bulging out. These are legit Thor legs, man. You got some seams following down the leg, and you see it traveling down here as well, inside and out. That's really cool. And you see that texture again with the knee pads here. I really like this design. This is beautiful. You got the yellow straps around the boots. So freaking cool, man. And then you get some more gold right here, traveling down the shoes right here. So that's pretty cool. Matches the same gold that's on his belt. The rest of the belt going around is like this mustard yellow type of color. Going back to the top on his upper torso design, this is a bit pliable, so I'm not sure if it's another layer over another torso piece. I don't think it is, because when I, do some rotation around here, I don't feel anything hindering it. So I know Cap was a piece of pliable layer over a torso piece, but this guy, I don't think so, and he looks awesome. Look at that beautiful L'Oreal type of hair that Thor has. Really nice. I like the wings on the helmet. Looking at his side profile right there. It's looking real good. Man, this guy looks like Thor. Look at that face sculpt. Man, that looks legit like Thor. Hair being sculpted there. The wings on this side. You got some marbling going on the top of the helmet. I got that crack there. That's pretty bothersome, but whatever. Got the top of this little pointy part on top of the helmet. Man, I love Thor on his helmet, man. I wish in the movies he would fight with his helmet on. The back of the hair. I really like the sculpting on his hair. Looking at the back of the figure. Really, really cool. Again, you got that texture going on right there on Asgard's ass. That is the ass of all 9 realms, my friends. The texture is going on throughout. That's really cool. Those back muscles, man. Whoo! Man, jacked. This Thor is jacked. The cape is really cool, man. I mean, I wish it was soft goods. There's some wired type of material, but I don't expect that from Hasbro. But still, a nice looking cape. You got some some light black shadowing there. Very, very subtle. But it looks good. And one thing I love about this cape, and I got the head off so you can see, it's attached to this upper torso piece, man. I love that a lot. You don't have to worry about this coming off when you're trying to pose them or do anything like that. So, yeah, that is great, because I hate when capes interrupt my posing and I gotta worry about putting it back on after they fall. So this is really good. And looking at the wristbands, these are pretty new. Again, those Herculean type arms. And if you did want to swap hands, you can use the fisted Hercules hands and put it on a Thor. I think the skin tone matches up for the most part, and I put the left open hand on this Hercules, so pegs in perfectly. So if you want to do that for some more display options, you can. Now, to cover articulation with Thor, his head moves that far up, so pretty good. Not bad for his hair hindering some of his movement, but the hair left and right will definitely hinder the movement, so it's really hard for him to turn and look up. He's got some head rocking and pivoting. His arms move all the way up that far. Really, really great range for a big guy. And this piece, I feel, does not hinder it, since I think that's as far as it'll go. It moves down all around. You got the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Really great range for a Thor figure, man. I love this wrist swivel, wrist hinge. The torso area has one of the best movements on a Marvel Legends figure. I mean, this thing really, really rocks to the side. Stretch it out that way, stretch it out that way. This is great for a character who uses his oblique muscles a lot when trying to summon lightning or anything. You need that, and I absolutely took advantage with posing this guy using this diaphragm joint. And yeah, it just moves so nice all around. You got an ab crunch that moves this far down and that far back, so really good. Waist swivel. His legs move that far apart, which is great. That's almost a full split. His legs kick up that far high. That's really good. Kick that far back. He's got great leg rocking movement. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, and no heel to the Asgard butt. You got the calf swivel. Ankles move that far up, down, and he's got awesome ankle pivot. And for some fun comparisons, here he is next to Heroic Age Thor and King Thor. Here he is next to the Unworthy Thor and the Marvel Now Thor. Here he is next to some of his villains, Malekith and Loki. And just to zoom out a bit, here he is next to the Marvel Universe Frost Giant. Here he is next to some Asgardian ladies, Lady Sif and Angela. Here he is next to the villainous Enchantress and Hela. Here he is next to the Marvel Selects Destroyer and Ulik or Ulik the Troll, however you pronounce it. Finally, here he is next to his father and grandfather, Odin the Allfather, and Bor. Alright guys, to wrap things up, it is great to finally have an updated classic Thor version. I mean, the last time we had one was back in the Toy Biz days, back in 2006, I think, the Giant Man wave, which was about 13 years, so that's a long wait, but it is rewarding, and for the most part, I think Hasbro has always done good Thor figures. You know, they've missed a few, you know, here and there, but I mean, I think they've always delivered us good figures, and while that Toy Biz Thor was great at the time, I really love that figure. I don't have it anymore, of course, because I sold it, but this one, this is the definitive Thor, and I love what Hasbro's doing. Again, with this 80 years line for the $24.99 price point, we're getting freaking great figures like this that they keep, you know, hitting out of the ballpark. This guy's a 10 out of 10, total awesomeness for me. He's definitely one of my favorite Marvel Legends of this year, and yes, man, he is the definitive Thor figure to have. I love the colors. I love how vibrant the colors pop, and he has the best articulation out of any Thor figure we've ever received from Legends. So yeah, again, 10 out of 10 total awesomeness. A must buy for sure. If you liked my review, please leave a like rating on the video, comment, we'll chat about it. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends at Big Bad Toy Store, link is in the description below. With that said, enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Share and subscribe. Peace, peace.